Well done for making it to this stage when you're looking at the level 3 answer book. I'm hoping it's because you are at this stage, you've completed assignment 1 and you've completed assignment 2. If you're here a bit early, having a sneak preview, you're more than welcome. But if you are at this stage when you are onto assignment 3, then this is wonderful. You would have done your 12 hours of coaching, you would have had your coaching assessed, and you're ready to bring all of this qualification to a close. So thank you so much for all the efforts that you've made so far. Let's look at what we need to do here. As I did with assignment 1, I'm going to share the answer book for you and we can talk through it, and we'll have a little walk through it. You've got all the information you need in here, so my talking is just a bit of addition to it. The most important thing I want to say about this assignment 3 is that this is your free flow. This is your opportunity to go back to day 1, to think about what your coaching was like then, and to now bring it up to date and to notice what has changed and how you have grown. We don't have to present as a finished article, but you can definitely present as someone who has evolved and grown a lot in your coaching. So use this for your own learning, for your own development, as well as for wanting to share it with us, of course. Let's go through all of the questions. So 1.1 asks, and it looks to you to examine the effectiveness of your practice based on evidence. I would take the word evidence lightly. I think based on your experience, on your notes, on the feedback and so on. We've given you a few stimulus questions that you can use here. You can think about your learning from the feedback that you've had, and then you can think about how that's impacted you. So perhaps you can look at all of your coaching skills, a few of your coaching skills, some coaching sessions that you've had some feedback on, and think about how all of that information has helped you develop and grow with your coaching. That's question 1. Question 2 is probably the most pragmatic one, 1.2, when it asks you to look at your strengths and development area with your knowledge, skills and behaviour as a coach. Well, what we've done is that we've put that questionnaire back in. You remember the one that you did right at the beginning of the course and that you talked through it a little bit? So what I suggest you do is fill in these boxes. Start thinking about your skill level. You know, we all come to coach training thinking that our listening is great, and we all probably realise that we've got a bit of work to do. But be frank with yourself what the level was like before and how you've grown and how you've evolved in each of these areas, and do it in a positive way. I'm sure you'll pick up lots of joyful things. Put in as much detail as is useful for you. And then there's a little box here when you can summarise that, when you can put all of your skills together in the round, and you think about being really clear on your signature strengths, the things that you think, I'm really happy with this, I've really worked hard to get to this stage. But also, what's your area of focus, in this right hand box? What are you still focusing on? What do you still want to grow on, still want to improve? Now we're into section 2.1, thinking here about future opportunities. So we've suggested here do a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats for evolving. So you can use each of those areas to really think of and harness that, understanding your strengths, understanding the areas that you want to work on. The opportunities I would think about in terms of further coaching opportunities, but also further learning opportunities. And the threats, I'm sure most people have the threat of time, but the threat of different calls on your energy. But you may also identify other challenges, other obstacles. I think that's really important. 2.2, this is your plan. This is your opportunity to write down what your next steps are. And we really encourage you not to over-egg it, not to put 20 things in there, but definitely to put specific things. So it might be a specific skill you want to learn. It might be a specific course you want to go on. It might be some specific reading you want to do. Or it might be a specific standard you want to focus on, you want to work on in your coaching. I think what's important is that right-hand column, the success criteria. What would good look like? And we've all, I'm sure, worked in places where we put our targets down and the target is just go on a course. Well, we want to go beyond that. We want to be able to write something that is useful and substantial. So that is all you do for this level 3 assignment. What you'll see if you go into some of these assignment examples, you'll see that some people have done a few hundred words, a couple of thousand words. Some people have used this as like a springboard for the whole of the rest of their practice, their whole career of coaching, just really getting going. It's really up to you how you use it. I mean, we want you to be able to learn from it. We want you to take something out of this assignment so that you can see how far you've gone. But we also want you to write it with a bit of a smile on your face, with a bit of a sense of pride that you've got to this stage, and that you're going to be completed quite soon, and that you'll get a qualification. So I hope that the explainer and the information you've got there is useful. I hope it goes well. I hope you enjoy writing assignment 3. We always look forward to reading them. Enjoy this. Have a good day. Happy coaching.